I'm Valerie, and I've been with Southend Insight for about 15 years, and I've over the period of time I've worked with in the shop and with the clubs.
I'm Christine, and I've been a volunteer at the shop for about 15 years as well. I do just the shop itself. I've been in every Tuesday morning. I started off taking some donations in and got collared, which I'm very happy about because it's just something that I wanted to do. And yeah, it's just a fantastic organisation to work for, very caring.
Arthur is an older man. He is smiling, wearing a blue jumper.
Chuck Norris would always say, if you're sitting there worrying, you've got to think to yourself, well, it's just a problem that can be solved. They're just lovely people, and they don't feel like they're not just doing it. They're there because they want to be.
It's just a great job, really. I just feel really lucky. I get to have fun every day. One of my colleagues calls me Fun Georgie because I'm just always out having fun.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, but it's just meet such lovely people, very inspiring, and yeah, it's just nice. I'm very lucky to have the job that I've got. I mean, we have still got some things that, challenges and things we want to do for the future, but we have massively come on. So it's now not just a club, we do coffee mornings, we have different activities, we do stuff for children, we go temping bowling every week. Just seeing a child enjoy themselves, like come into an event and maybe be a bit nervous and then leaving all happy. Yeah, and just people that come to things in the beginning and they don't know anybody and seeing their friendships develop. Yeah, they're the special moments. I couldn't do my job if I didn't have the volunteers. If they weren't here, we couldn't run. And I think we get a lot from our volunteers, but I also see that they get a lot from volunteering. If you see somebody and you don't be scared to offer that help. They might not need it, but then they might do, and it's just kind to offer it.
Maureen is an older lady. She is sitting on a chair wearing a flowery cardigan.
Jean and Marie are mum and daughter. After Jean was referred to Southend Insight, Marie comes along and they like to spend time together here. They attend the coffee mornings and they recently attended afternoon tea and a fish and chip outing.
Jonathan is a middle-aged man. He is standing holding a white mobility cane.
My story was I was born visually impaired, and then 3 years ago I got told I was going to be able to have an operation to correct the sight in one of my eyes, and it corrected the sight, and I'm actually able to drive now, so I'm not registered visually impaired anymore. I am, so I've got vision that I got told I'd never have, and I've actually got my driving licence as well. So this charity has helped me out with that, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have gone back to the eye unit, because they told me about 10, 13 years ago that they couldn't do nothing and not to come back. But lucky enough, I was volunteering at Southend Insight, and they got me an emergency appointment, and they said they could operate, but didn't know how good it would be. So it come out a lot better, and I can drive, and it's changed my life. I run the Talker Support Service, and Marguerite is someone I've been talking to for over 3 years now, but I've never met. And this first time today we met, which we didn't know was going to happen. So
no, we didn't, not at all.
No, it's very
not
surprising.
At all.
And how did you realise it was each other? Did you recognise your voices, or?
No, Georgie introduced us, and when she said the name, and it's Georgie.
When she said Dean,
then it was,
oh, it's the first time I've met.
So
it was really good, wasn't it? Well, I think it was really good.
It was nice. I love it, meeting people and speaking to for that long. So
It's nice to see the people that you speak to anyway.
Because you build up such a connection over the years. So
Yeah, I mean, I know all about his daughter as well,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. Know about yours, daughter. What you going on holiday all the time, always out and
That's
about.
right, that's right.
John and Viv are an older couple. They are smiling and John has his arm around Viv. Marilyn is an older lady. She is smiling and wearing a pink jumper.
I'm Marilyn's husband, David. I'm a trustee of the Southend Insight charity, and I've been involved with them since the mid-1970s when I was in Round Table.
Wow. So you're one of the long-term trustees?
I've not been a trustee since then, but we're all long in the tooth, and yes, I suppose I'm one of the longer-term trustees, but probably not the longest, I can't think. But I've probably been a trustee for 20 years or something.
Southend Insight were the first ones that helped me set up the Macular Society. My first day I phoned up to see if they'd got a speaker that I could use because I didn't know what I was doing, and one of the ladies from there came and it was lovely. She really was good. She didn't interfere, but she put me on the right road. So since then I've been with Insight and I've done all sorts of things with them, go bowling and I did the choir. I find them a very good organisation for anything that you want, and they phone up people. They're constantly finding out if you're all right, and you've only got to miss one meeting and they phone up, are you all right? At first I used to show off and say, well, I've got Mac, but I can read that. They know me, so they knew it was a joke, but now I just keep quiet. It's like, because I can't see it the same. Insight have their coffee morning, which is good because there's nobody there. We just sit around and we talk about what's what. This one's got something different. Oh yeah, I had that. That one had something different. Oh yeah, do you do this and do you do that? And that is good. You don't necessarily talk about your eyesight, but if there's somebody there to give a hand, to let you know and let them know, we're all in the same boat. And we all get around and we all have a laugh.
Barbara is an older lady. She's wearing a blue top and scarf.
How did it feel having your picture taken today?
I was a bit worried, but I've been reassured that it looks fine.
Definitely, yeah, you're looking beautiful. It's a lovely picture. I saw it as well. And how did it feel to have a dog for the first time?
Very good, because you're walking and it helps. It helps keep you fit, and you lose weight. Guide dogs are the only way to get a guide dog.
Through the same with that organisation.
Yeah.
For guide dogs.
Yeah, and because of the virus, they stopped puppy walking and training. So now there aren't many guide dogs.
What were the names of all your dogs?
Keats, Emma, Tasmin, Artie, Doris, Archie.
Sylvia is an older lady. She is smiling, wearing a flowery green top.
I get the sense you are a football fan.
I am indeed, yeah. Go as many games as I can.
Tell me if
it gets harder now because obviously with me not being able to see, things are a lot harder to do. It's like going up and downstairs. I'm not safe as I used to be, but I do everything I can. Well, I support Southend. No one else. I just follow the one team. You can only follow one team.
I love that.
It's like all these people that say, "Oh, I'm an Arsenal fan," and you say to them, "You've been to watch them play?" "No, I've watched them on TV."
Polly is an older lady. She is smiling wearing a pink jumper.
My name is Maria, and I've been a volunteer for Southend Insight for the last about 6 months now. So I do the drop-in Wednesdays and also talk and support, where we call people and just offer them a bit of support, ask them how the day's going, because there's a lot of people that are at Southend Insight that are quite elderly and housebound and don't really have anyone to talk to. So it's just having that phone call saying, "Hi, hey, how's it going?" Since this happened to me, everything happens for a reason, and life is what you make of it. You know, okay, losing your sight is rubbish, but life doesn't stop. There's so much out there, and there's so many resources available to people with sight loss. So I suppose now it's just take everything as it comes, and if life gives you lemons, very cliche, but make the best lemonade out there. There's a lot of misconception and there's a lot of ignorance when it comes to sight loss. And when people hear that someone is registered blind, they have a vision of the Stevie Wonder glasses, the white cane, and somebody walking with their hands out, and that is very far from the truth. So what I would like is for there to be more awareness around that sight loss is a spectrum, and blindness is a spectrum, and it's not one size fits all. So that would be my goal, to raise more awareness for people to actually understand what sight loss is.
I've had Polly guide dog. She is a Lab Retriever cross, and she's changed my life as a guide dog, and I've had her about 7 years.
Oh, lovely. So you mentioned the art class. What sort of art do you like to make?
I used to be a visual artist myself before I lost my eyesight. So I've studied at Central St Martin's University in London and also South East Essex College when I could see properly. And since I've lost my eyesight, I'm really lucky to have in Southend a charity which is associated now with Insight Charity called the Art Ministry, and they do classes for visually impaired and blind on a Monday morning. And my fingers to actually paint now because I can't see at all, but I've still got a sort of mind map of things that I can do.
Mick is an older man. He is standing wearing a blue jumper. Coralie is a middle-aged woman. She is smiling wearing a green jumper.
My name's Paul. I've been volunteering for about 4 years, I suppose. I think you either enjoy volunteering or you don't, and manage to find somewhere that just sort of suits what I enjoy doing, really. Yeah. Lovely people.
My name is Margaret, and I've been volunteering for Southend Insight for nearly 15 years.
15 years, that's a long time.
It is a long time.
What keeps you volunteering for them? What do you love about it?
To be honest, everything. Southend Insight is a great place to be. They're great people. It's nice. It's just nice to mix with so many different people and to see things from visually impaired people's point of view and try and understand. Keep looking on the bright side if you can. Whatever your circumstances, whatever your disability, try and look on the bright side. Not always easy, But from experience, I have learnt that it's the best way to get through life's hurdles.
Is that something you feel that you bring to Southend Insight?
I like to think so. I do belong to the talk and support group, and I have 4 ladies that I ring, and they are so cheery. And I think it's their bravery is not quite the right word, but they are so positive with even such an awful disability to me. But they're so cheery and positive. Because I've worked in the shop, I've worked in the equipment centre, I do the talk and support, and I enjoyed all of those. But this, I don't know, I just feel like I really belong here.
James is an older man. He's wearing a shirt and grey jumper.
I'm 91 in a couple of weeks' time.
Wow.
And I live local, born in London, not much else. Always played sports, darts, cricket, football, everything going. And then gradually was going blind, so I packed up voluntarily from driving after 72 years and was feeling down, depressed, bored to tears. And then my daughter from Leicester, she got in touch with Insight, and basically it's just changed my life. If you'd seen me a year or 2 years ago, you would have said, what a miserable old so-and-so he is, and he's not much fun to be with, because I'd lost what I had. Now I've got it back. And I like to think that I don't act like a 91-year-old, and I don't sound like it. And I am now going to choir practice, 10-pin bowling at my age. Can you believe it? I've got 2 daughters and a son. I've got one who's 60, one who's 50 in a couple of weeks' time. Oh, my son's birthday's next week.
Wow.
Yeah.
And any grandchildren?
I've got 2 grandchildren. One is a girl called Eleanor, she's 23, and I've got a grandson who's 18 and a half. No, I tell you, I'm so grateful. These people are brilliant.
Oh.
They really, and it's not just Georgie, is it?
They're all lovely, aren't they?
They're all lovely. I mean, and they get people like you come in to show interest, and that is something for somebody who's interested in the 90-year-old man. Nobody. Normally.
You're interesting. You're really funny. You're great.
But nobody is really interested in, in my mind, I never used to be interested in old boys.
Linda and Eric are an older couple. Linda wears a blue sparkly top and Eric wears a beige jumper.
We go out at least once a day, very often twice a day. We shop, we go on trains and buses. We meet people, and I think most of the people in the area I live know me, and they know Boris, even though I don't know them.
So you're a local celebrity.
I have 3 sons, 3 daughter-in-laws, 6 grandchildren, 4 great-grandchildren.
Wow!
No, it is very, very important to me.
Sandy, Betty and Angie are 3 older women. They are smiling, standing together, linking arms. Keith and Anne are an older couple. They are both wearing blue and holding hands.
And I'm a volunteer for Southend Insight, have been for about 12 years. Yes.
With the group.
And I absolutely love it. I really love it. Yeah. You know, bearing in mind, I'm a volunteer.
Well, we enjoy coming here all the time, but it's also enjoyable. They do so much, so it's really great.
It brought me out of my shell,
Yeah.
you know, so when I was told that my sight wasn't good. And then the lady was at the hospital, and that's how I got to go into the insight. And I've never stopped. I really love it, going there, meeting different people.
We all do, don't we?
Yes.
Because although we can't remember people's faces so much, we still meet up with different people and learn about them and their past and their history, and you find that you have things in common, even though you've never ever seen those people before.
No, that's right.
It is a lovely little group. If you don't see a neighbour, then the concern is there, and of course we can't see very well, so you don't see people, and so we ask about their welfare.
We've got 6 children, 17 grandchildren,
for goodness
and 15 great-grandchildren.
Wow. So we come here to get rid of
It's a large family.
My name's Kirsty, and I've just recently started working at Southend Insight as their new intern. And it's part of a programme to help blind and partially sighted people either get into the workplace for the first time or return to the workplace, which is in my case. And it's going fantastically. Yeah, we love going to the beach. That's part of the reason we moved here to Southend. I feel so lucky to be able to be part of Southend Insight and to be at a point, in my story to be able to start helping other people who are blind and partially sighted, and just meeting so many fantastic people. So I really don't know where it's going to go, but I'm loving it.
Wendy is an older lady. She is smiling wearing a green jumper.
I'm Christine. I'm a volunteer for Southend Insight since last May, when I retired from working in the eye clinic in Southend Hospital. You can add to the quality of life of people with visual impairment, and that life doesn't end just because they've been registered as partially sighted or severely sight impaired. And it's really rewarding. You can chat to people. Even this morning, people have had concerns about treatment. Because of my experience, I know something about it. I can explain things I don't understand. And even just serving tea and coffee, it's just a lovely thing to do. A lot of people here who live alone. So this is a great way of meeting other people who are in the same situation. First time I helped out with line dancing. Wow. I didn't know how that was going to work. No. And it actually worked very well. It was huge fun. The tutor is visually impaired himself and simplified everything. It was just such fun. So I've been back and done it again.
Mary is an older lady. She is smiling wearing a grey jumper. Photography by Mark Massey. Interviews by Paige Ockenden. With thanks to SAVS and the Echo Social Club. Thank you to the members, staff and volunteers of Southend Insight for being part of the project. 2024 to 2025. www.southendinsight.org.uk www.metalculture.com www.markmassey.co.uk